to another Lampy tutorial in a series of tutorials. In this tutorial we will talk about the multifunction faders found on the top right on the console if it's a Lampy 20, or also on the left of the console if it's a Lampy 40. Specifically, we will talk about the fixture mode. In fixture mode, the faders will always write fixture dimmer values into the programmer, which makes this mode perfect for less experienced people or for ultra-quick programming. The buttons are always used to select or deselect fixtures. In case the faders are in a different physical position than the value, the ones that are different from the actual value will have their LED blinking as an indicator. The fader values from before are remembered, and you have to move the fader physically to the new position in case you switch modes in between, or in case you change dimmer values. The LEDs in this mode light up in orange, but can be set to mimic the fixture's current output color in the setup menu. For selected fixtures, the LEDs will be shown brighter. The first step to using the fixture multifunction faders is to change to the multifunction mode fixture. You can do so by clicking the MFF mode button on the bottom right of the screen. You can also press Shift and the button to select the mode directly. The second step to be able to use the fixture multifunction faders is to connect fixtures to them. In this case, let's connect our front lighting fixtures to the multifunction faders. We simply select the fixtures, press the record key on the front panel of the console, and then press the fader we would like to start with. Now the console asks if we want to connect the current fixture selection. To do so, we click on OK. Now I can directly modify fixture dimmer values using the faders on the console front panel. I can also select or deselect the fixtures by using the buttons below the faders. In case I would like to unassign a fixture from the multifunction fader, I can simply press the delete key followed by the button of the multifunction fader. You can also copy fixture multifunction faders. To do so, press the copy key, select the first button and then the second button. You can also move them by pressing Shift and keeping Shift pressed and clicking on the copy button. Select the multifunction fader that you would like to move and select the destination. You can also rename fixtures using the multifunction faders by clicking the name key on the front panel and selecting the multifunction fader. In case you would like your multifunction faders to mimic the fixture color, please go into the setup menu by clicking on the menu button, the gear icon, change to show settings, and make sure multifunction fader LEDs mimic fixture color is active. If they mimic color, they will always mimic the current output color, no matter the dimmer value. So if we, for example, have an effect running on these fixtures, we will see it running on the LEDs. Fixture multifunction faders do not have settings, so if you press the edit key on the front panel and one of the buttons, there will just be a dialog showing that these faders do not have any settings. However, you can use it as a shortcut to access the edit fixture menu, where you see the manufacturer, type, DMX mode, DMX patch information. You can also see the labels of these fixture faders by clicking the menu button and clicking on the fader overview button. Thank you very much for watching this rather short tutorial. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you again next time.